For anyone who's new to the channel, I'll give you a quick update of what's been going on. My first exhibition, which lasted for a month, ended 2 days ago. That was a Saturday. And then yesterday I went to the gallery, took all the pieces down, loaded them up in my car and brought them back home. Today I decided to take them all out of the car, which were fine overnight. It wasn't especially hot or cold, so there was no damage to the pieces, and march them through the house and get them up into the loft for just into storage. It was a really good experience having an exhibition. You know, there were highs and lows, but overall I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to exhibit work in a gallery where it was just me and one other artist. I only graduated from university last year, so it's a real nice step to take to have this first exhibition under my belt. Now, during the time of this first exhibition, I had a second one just for a day in a kind of arts festival, a river festival, the River Ogwen Art Festival. I had a couple of pieces for that, and that they also got brought in, and I pretty much threw those into the loft because they're more disposable pieces. So it may seem a little disrespectful, but the framed work gets carried in carefully, and the other work was just flung. It was only 2 pieces and they were pretty, I don't know, they were just kind of throwaway pieces, to be honest. Now, that just had to be done. That was one of those things where I just had to get it all packed away and finished, to the extent that I couldn't leave them in the car anymore, and it was a job that needed doing. So there were certain things that came down from the loft. There's a couple of frames and a board, and that's because I'm going to be chopping up the board to be kind of fixed into the back of frames, and the frames are those frames that I'm going to use with the board. After that, I switched gears and went into editing, because I also edit a podcast, and I have 2 podcasts, one which is called Good Values, which is on a break between season 2 and the start of season 3, which will happen in November. And I also have the second podcast, which is called Painting Insights, with a co-host called Richard Blades. He and I interview painters, gallery owners, curators, frame makers, anything to do with painting. That is going to be a hub of knowledge and storytelling and entertainment that I recommend checking out. So this is me editing the podcast, and it may look like I'm bored. I'm not bored. I'm just it's just been a lot of busy days lately. So after marching all my stuff from the car into the house and up into the loft, kind of puffed me out a little bit, and switching gears that dramatically can be quite tiring. So I just kind of yawned my way through some of the edit. It doesn't mean that the episode will suffer. I don't know why I'm saying this. It's not like you're going to watch it and go, oh, it's going to be a bad episode. It's not going to be a bad episode. It's a great episode. Sarah Manolescu is a fantastic guest, and I really enjoyed the talk. It's just going through it. My first stage is to watch it all the way through and press the letter M for markers, and then certain things that need doing immediately, I do immediately. So I thought I'd show you a quick little preview of how that works. Now, as I was editing this, I was also preparing to do an interview for that podcast, that same podcast, and that was starting soon after, so that I had to stop editing to do that. That was a quick advert for my Patreon channel. If you can support me on there, that would be greatly appreciated. I chuck it into almost every video just because I am doing special content on that channel. If you can't support me on there, it's fine. There'll be plenty of stuff on this channel, but I thought I'd make sure that people don't miss out on the opportunity. It's only $3 a month, which works out to about £2.60, I think, a month in British money. Anyway, I get into my 9th installment for the Inktober challenge, and the one thing I always forget to do is to number the picture, the image, the drawing. It's always the last thing that I do. Sometimes it's hours later. So I thought on this one, I'm going to start with the number. Not only am I going to start with the number, but it will be a good jumping off point for a bit of a doodle. And that's what I like doing for this Inktober challenge, is doodling, because I'm busy doing other things through the day. I am a working artist, so I interview artists, I exhibit work, I go and network with people, I create work, I paint, and I do a lot of stuff art related. So being this busy, on the side I like to doodle as well, because I think that that can be a really creative way to discover different shapes and different ideas and images that you wouldn't normally explore if you're concentrating on something specific or you're being very focused on a serious project. Doodling is playful, it's loose, and it's something which I really like engaging with, because it just opens up that creative, playful, childlike side of your brain which you don't always engage with. So there we are. That is why I like doodling. This one's a little bit looser than I normally do. I say looser, I mean there's no real technicality to it. There's no concentration on line weights, and there's no real shape design going on. It's literally just, here's the idea, keep pushing the idea until it's done. So you can see what I'm getting at immediately, and that's just what I keep doing. But I don't know what it's going to turn out like. I thought I may do this for the whole page, and I didn't know if some tangent was going to, occur where I started to think, oh, I'm going to do hatching on one side or something like that. And I hope you don't think, oh, I wish he had done hatching, because that's just not something that occurred to me for this one. It came to me as a line drawing. And a lot of the time when I do hatching, it can ruin a doodle even. Even though it's not a drawing or an illustration, it's just a doodle, it still would have been better as a line drawing sometimes. So I'm trying to make those decisions and just have fun, basically. And especially for this daily drawing, it's definitely turned out to be more of a vlog. So if you haven't already, go and check out every other part, because this is only part 9. So you've only got 8 other videos to watch. Yeah, you're already not going to do this. But I do recommend checking them out, especially part 5, 7 and 8. And I say those specifically because they've been specific days with events that have happened that I think are quite cool. And like I said, because it's a vlog, certain things stand out to you. Now, number 4 would be interesting because that's the worst one that I did. I really struggled with the drawing. So if you want to see me really have problems and fail, then, installment number 4 is the one to check out. But number 5 I thought was quite good because I visit 5 galleries in the day. I have 5 pieces of artwork that I take with me, and I show it to only one gallery out of the 5 actually, but that one gallery takes 3 of the pieces, and the 2 others I didn't even take in because they're actually better suited, I should say, to other galleries, and you've got to kind of have a sense of that before you go in. And I did. Now, the problem I have is that I've been promising these 2 pieces of work to 3 different galleries now. So that's part of the reason why I brought 2 frames down from the loft, is that those are now going to be projects that I do, and it'll just be soft pastel drawings, so it shouldn't take me too long, and it'll be portraiture as well, which I really like doing. So that's the plan for those, and that will probably be in either tomorrow's installment or in the next few days anyway. You'll see me do some pastel painting before the daily drawing. I'm also going to be doing some landscape painting, just one piece, but it's for a specific place which has shown an interest in my painting recently, so I really want to do a good job of that. And it's a cattle market that featured in the exhibition that I talked about at the beginning of this video that's just recently finished. So that's what's going on. It's still kind of quite a lot. I'm also going to have a couple of social things happening this week, which I'm looking forward to. One is with the head of an art group who I've been keen to meet. He's a friend of mine, and I don't think I've met him, so I need to introduce myself, and he reached out to me, so that should be good. And the other is a friend of mine who's over from France at the moment. She is a Patreon, and she's also a great artist herself. She's a great friend. I've met her up with her before, but we talk mainly through messages and online, and just a really nice person, and she leaves the best comments. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing her in person, probably this week, I can imagine, with another artist friend of mine. We'll have a little catch up, so that would be nice. And if I can get those on camera, I will, but if not, then I'll film myself on the way, because it's that vlog model of, you know, filming everything you do during the day and then chopping it up into pieces that you can use. It's basically what I've been doing, and I've been quite enjoying it. I think the quality of the videos has improved, but I don't know how sustainable it is. It's quite a strain on me as far as how much work I've got to do. I really like relaxing at times and watching a film once in a while, and I've not been able to do that. So hopefully, if I get this video done, and then the podcast that you saw me editing earlier, if I get that finished, I might be able to watch a film tonight, but I'm not sure because I've got an early morning tomorrow. Anyway, thinking out loud. Point being, this doodle was just kind of fun. It's just an installment to get down and done, and not to be kind of, you know, like I don't want to do it, because I am going to start putting more effort into the drawings. But at the moment you can see that other things are dominating my time. So my plan is to then basically have other types of drawing. Like, I started drawing with both hands at the same time recently, so I might do that for one of the installments. I don't know if it'll be soon, I don't know. I might just do more detailed drawings next, and, you know, just vary up what I'm actually going to share and to challenge myself with. So yeah, I've got no idea. I never have any idea. Just like today, I only had the idea to use the number 9 as a jumping off point at the last minute. And I'm glad that I did, because it's not like any of the other installments. And I'm going to keep trying to push to make the Inktober challenge an interesting one. I've done it a couple of times before. Last year I did it entirely with my left hand until the last day, which I did with both hands. So yeah,